This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil, natural gas, and then we'll take a look here at Boeing, who they signed the contract in 59% in favor. So it looks like it's a done deal, and they're going to go back to work. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy Sunny Stock Commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Boeing. So good news for them. They're going back to work. They got themselves a nice good raise there over, I think it's a 4-year period, 38%. So they're ready to giddy up here. Okay, so here's what we got here. It came down, made a low, all the way down here to 146.02. Okay, then we have this sideways action. Now, the key level here that we want to watch here on a closing basis, we'll just look at the downside here first. Okay, so you want to watch that 21-day. That's going to be very crucial. That's 153.61. Right below that is 153.20. That is your 8 SMA. Now, again, if that's lost here, then we come down to today's low, 152.30. We'll come down here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 151.23. Then we can just start coming right down here. You got 147.88, and then your big retest at 146.02. That'd be your downside. Now, upside here, we got to watch that 50 SMA here. Okay, so 156.68. That's going to be very, very key. Now, again, today's high we had was 157.66. So you just want to look to the bottom of the candle. You got 157.48 here. So that was what your resistance was. And then your next level here is going to go right up here. 160.66, and then what we have here at 161.47, and your retest up there at 163.44. Now, if you can break above this 163.44, then we got a good shot here at that 100-day, and even possibly up that 200-day. But I do want to point out that there is a gap up here. Okay, so right here, what we're looking at the top of this candle is 169.60. Okay. And then we look at the bottom there at 171.49. So if it can blast above here, that's where the next target is going to be right there at that gap, 169 change, and then right there the fill, and then we can start heading towards that 200-day. So I think it's just a matter of time before Boeing gets off the schneid, and then get rolling again here because, you know, bottom line, got to have planes. That's just how that goes. Okay, now weekly chart here. We got, as long as we hold this 8-day, this is going to be key. We got to get above and hold that 154.24. If not, we can go, you know, obviously down here all the way down to that price channel there at that 146.02. Upside here, we're looking at the big candle up there. That's that 163.44, and then we have that 167 on that 21-day. Now, this is a bearish chart yet here. You can see here where you have your high all the way on down, lower high, all the way down, lower high. And your 50-day crossed over, your 21-day crossed over, your 8-day is crossed over, but now it's kind of flattening out. So it's going to take a little time for this. But if you are trading Boeing here, be a little bit of patient. Now, I want to show you one thing where there's a really nice divergence is on this MACD. See where we have a low here? And we have a low, and then we have an even lower low, but we have a higher low here, okay? See that? See, same thing on the RSI. See, we put in a low, but we have a low here, but with that even lower low, but we have a lower low there. So on the weekly, we have this positive divergence on your MACD and RSI here. So be a little bit patient with this, and I think this could pay off a big. But right now, we're just trading that range, 146.02 to 163.44. Trade that range until she either breaks out or breaks down. But I got a feeling that she will touch that, and then she'll start moving up, maybe possibly to that gap, that fill, and then maybe even to that 200. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, you can see how nicely this is working out here, okay? So, again, we have the API report today at 4:30. I know the election and all that's going to go on there, but you want to pay attention to the API report. Let's just see how that's going. OPEC right now, they came out there, and they're not going to be adding any oil here in December, which I thought, I mean, that's like the stupidest thing ever. I've been trading oil for over 2 decades, and why would you put oil on in December? You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense. But anyway, so they're going to take that off here. Now, they did say that China is starting to pick back up again here as far as the oil demand. So we got to take this all into consideration. Plus, we have that war premium going on. We don't know yet. Iran has not retaliated against Israel. But I think if they retaliate, I think Israel is going to drop the hammer this time. And that could send oil much, much higher. We got to see. Now, okay, so you look at today's high, you're looking at that 72.67. So yesterday, what we're looking at is 71.81. Okay, we just looked to the left of the chart, 71.92. So he came in with 11 cents. This is the candle I've been pointing out here. This is that 72.34. Now, obviously, we're above it. You really want to close above that 72.34 level. Okay, then what we can do is we can attack this, the bottom of this candle here. Okay, you're looking at 73.26, and then we'll come to the top of this candle, looking at 74.45, and then we have that nice 100-day at 74.84. But we got to see what it does at that 100-day. Now, again, if it breaks above that, we got 76.24, and then you got your 77.14, and then 78.46. That is your 200-day, and then your price channel of the retest of that candle. However, we got to see what happens. I know I pointed it out many a times, but see where we went right into that 200-day? See in the 100-day? Right into the 200-day here, into the 200-day, into the 100-day. So if it pops up here, let's see what it does, okay? But right now here, we almost have like a W pattern here, which is always very, very bullish here. And then what we have to do is come up to the top of this candle here, which would be your neckline, and then we can just shoot that bad boy higher. But that 100-day is going to be very, very key, so we don't have a scenario like this, okay? So you have to be very attentive. Now, I'm long oil, and I think it can go higher now. After the election is settled, just remember, no matter who wins, you know what I'm saying, or who you're voting for, it doesn't really matter. The uncertainty now is taken out of the election, and then we can just go forward. That's the key is. So here's the thing what you do as a trader, okay? No matter who you're voting for, if they don't get in, figure out a way on how to make money off of whoever is in there, okay? If Republicans in there, you figure out how you do that. Democrats in there, figure out how you make money off that. That's what a trader does. He has no opinion. He only cares about them $100 bills that are coming into his wallet. That's what we trade, okay? Now, RSI here looking very, very good. MACD, your green crossed over your red, looking very, very bullish here. I'm going to be looking here for this 100-day, and we'll see if they can get all the way up there. All right, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas daily chart. Now, yesterday we had this nice big engulfing candle. Okay, it came all the way down here, but you notice that when it sold off, it sold right down to 2.514, which is that we were looking for that, 2.516, right at that gap. Okay, so that's the gap fill. Now that gap is filled very, very nicely. Now we can move forward. Okay, so yesterday I said, watch that 21-day, and it held that. And it broke through that 8-day, and then it broke through the previous day's high, which was very, very nice, which was Friday's high. Okay, so now you can see we made a little bit higher high, but we're holding the top of this candle. And that's always very, very nice. Usually when you get a big run like this here, it just kind of tapers off for a little bit here. So let's just see. Now, the key on the downside here is going to be this 8 simple moving average. You need to hold this on a closing basis. That's key. If that is lost here, then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the bottom of this candle at that 2.63. And then we have this 21-day sitting right there at that 2.55 level. Then right below, we have that 50-day at 2.49 level. But you can see how now the 50-day is curling up. If you can get above that 21-day, like this 8-day, we can push this bad boy higher. Now, what we want to watch here on the upside is watch yesterday's high. That's going to be key. That's at 2.79, which basically just look at the bottom of that candle, 2.79. That was your resistance level, okay? Then we just go to the next level. So today's high so far, 2.81. Then we'll come up here, 2.83, and then we have that retest at 2.91 here. So realistically here, what we can do is if it can hold that 8-day, we can trade between the 8-day and that 2.91 level. Let's just see how this all shakes out here. But right now we're holding the top portion of the candle, and she's looking very, very bullish here on the trade. Now, I did scalp UNG there. You had a nice trade on the bottom. It was 12.72. I didn't get the low. I got in at 12.80. And then it got as high as 13.30. I just put in there. I wanted to get my 30 cents out of that, so I just went in there for 13.10, and I got it by 3 cents there. So I was in good shape with that. So I got 30 cents there out of the UNG. I'm trading 5,000 shares. So now I'm just waiting here for another trade to see if it comes all the way down to this 267. And if it holds that, if not, we'll look at that 21-day, okay? Or it can break up anywhere. I'm looking for yesterday's high, and to close above that, then we have a good shot at that 2.91. Okay, that's what I got for. I'll be back here at their pit close. We'll take a look at crude, natural gas, and then we'll always throw something else in the mix. Now, again, if you want me to look at a stock or a commodity or an ETF or whatever, just put it right here on the site here, and I will have it up for you at midday trading. Okay, thanks for watching.